Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. And to all of you that keep coming back, hello and welcome back. Quick reminder, if you've never subscribed, just to remind you to click that red button there that says subscribe, and after that click the bell sign. That way you get a notification whenever I upload a new video vlog. So long story short, a lot of people were in shock today because Suleman, Daddy Freeze made the video, and in this video he said two main things that people are kind of talking about in this video. Is that he said that him and Suleman are friends, and then he said he speaks with Suleman 5 to 6 times a week. You can go to his channel and check it out. Quickly say that personally, like when I was watching the video and I heard him say myself and Suleman are friends, I felt like, okay, there's nothing wrong with being friends. We're not on earth to make enemies, do you know what I mean? And something else is you can actually, I believe you can hate what someone does without hating the person. Please make sure you watch and hear what I'm trying to say. And then when he then said we talk, that they talk every 5 to 6 times a week, I was like, that was what actually shocked me. Saying that they were friends, I wasn't, I felt like, oh yeah, but when he said that they talk up to 5 to 6 times a week, I was like, that was a bit like, okay, I didn't know, I was in shock. Okay, I'll leave it at that. I was surprised. Okay, let me use the word surprised. I was surprised. And okay, so let me go back to what I said about you can actually hate what someone does but not the person. When I say that, what am I trying to explain? You can actually hate what someone does and don't hate the person. Is this for example, if a lot of us think we hate somebody, a lot of you that think you hate Suleman, a lot of you, I can't speak for everybody, but I can tell you that as a Christian, if you really think about it, you do not hate Suleman, you hate what he does. Okay, listen, patient. You hate what he does. What am I trying to say? I'm going to explain it by saying this. It's like, what, if Suleman was to change today and he was to change all the things that you hate about him, you wake up one day and you see that he's different, are you still going to hate him? A lot of people always talk about, oh my goodness, people talk about they hate the way he walks on the altar, the way he walks and his pride and he's so arrogant. If you watched him, if you saw him tomorrow and all of that is gone, and all the things that you hate about him, if he turned around and came out clean and if you see a change from those things that you hate about him, if you see him transform from that to a different person, or let me use the word, if you see him and you saw signs of repentance, will you still hate him? That's what I'm trying to say about it. You can hate, you can actually hate what somebody does but not the person. So everybody that think I hate you, I hate, sometimes really think deep. If you really think deep, you don't really hate the person, you hate what they do. Okay, because if the person was to change, you won't hate them anymore. So that means you didn't hate the person, you hate what they do. I'll give you an example of what it is to really hate somebody. I'll give you an example. It's like working somewhere and you have a boss, and this boss just hates you. From the first day you started this new job, hates you, right? Maybe he's the manager of the office or whatever, with a manager in the bank or whatever, hates you. And no matter what you do, they hate you. You try to improve in your work, they still hate you. You try to do everything. You even approach the boss and be like, what am I doing wrong? What is it? What's the problem? I want to fix it. I want you, I want to be in your good books. I don't want to be falling out with you. I want us to have a good boss staff relationship. Even with all the effort, the boss still hates you. Now that's a hatred for you, not necessarily because of what you're doing. You see the difference. It's not necessarily because of what you're doing. It's simply the person decided to hate you. Another example is a young girl married into a family, and let's say the mother-in-law decided that this girl, I'm never gonna like her, and for whatever reason decide to make her life hell. Okay, and think about if that girl was to do everything, wash her clothes, iron her clothes, cook the best meal, and do everything to please the mother-in-law, and the mother-in-law still hates her. Now that is a hatred. So it's not what she's doing, it is just a hatred for her, not what she does. I want you guys to get the difference. So a lot of people that feel like they hate Suleman, the truth is what you hate about Suleman is what he does. If Suleman was to change tomorrow, you won't hate him anymore. You won't. So I wanted to clarify that. Like I said, I was surprised when he said, I was really surprised when he said they talk up to 5 to 6 times a week. And in the comments, some people were like, what, are you okay, what's going on? So people say Suleman, so people were saying that the freeze has been bribed, and the comments, a lot of comments, that people are really surprised. A lot of people are surprised. So now so yeah, like I said, I understand, oh yeah, we're not on earth to make enemies. So So yeah, I'm gonna say that I don't talk with Suleman. There's nothing wrong with talking with Suleman. I'm just saying, if I was someone that talked with Suleman 4 or 5 times a week, if I was someone that talked to Suleman at all, I would have loved to ask him some questions. I really would have loved to ask him some questions. So the question I would have loved to ask him, I told you guys I'm going to address this, but you know, this I don't think I'll be able to address all the things I want to address, but I want to touch on it. Suleman made a video where he threatened bloggers, right? And I'm going to say this, right? I'm not on earth for YouTube channel. That's not the reason I exist. No, it's not. Okay, when you go to, those of us that believe in heaven and hell, when we die, God is not going to be asking you, how did your YouTube channel do? Oh, you had so many thousand subscribers. You know, God is not going to ask you all of that. That's not why we are on earth. Okay, the Bible says, do not be afraid of the one. I can actually turn it around and say it this way. Matthew 10:28, apply it to this. Do not be afraid of the one that will threaten your YouTube channel. Do not be afraid of the one that threatens to send people to come and report your channel. Instead, be afraid of the one who can destroy both the soul and the body in hell. Okay, that is the Bible. God has not given us the spirit of fear. Has not given us the spirit of fear. Suleman made a video where he threatened bloggers. Okay, and I made another video where I was trying to explain the other day. I was like, listen, there are some things that are against YouTube guideline. If he's going to send his church members to come and report a channel, they have to tell a lie, because you have to tell a lie and say that the person's video or the person's channels are against YouTube guideline. YouTube does not, there's no part of YouTube that says you cannot talk about corrupt pastors or corrupt politicians or address any issue in life. No, that's not true. There's no part of YouTube guideline that's against that. So if they're going to come, they're going to have to, you know, you have to pick the reason why you're reporting a channel. So they will have to tell a lie. They will have to tell a lie. So, and he, like I said, you know, and he said he can just send his choir people to come and report a channel. And that's another thing I keep saying. I would have loved to address every single thing he said in that video. But he said that he can send them. Another thing he said, we can do this, we can do that. I don't know if you guys realize this thing. The authority that Suleman feels like he has, right? It is shocking. It is shocking. He said, we. You know why he says we? Because Suleman without his followers is nobody. That's the fact. Without his followers, he's nobody. He's going to send the choir. He's going to do, why don't you do it yourself? I'm here and I'm running a channel and it's just me. But Suleman always said, we, you know, we, because without his followers, he's nobody. I will ask him a few questions. Something else I want to tell Suleman, tell Suleman, you know, because he said some things that are just like, you know, I'm not surprised. The only thing that I was surprised about was that he made a video, you know, in his video, he addressed, and I think it's the video that I made about his birthday, and he addressed me as a lady on YouTube made a video about my birthday, and I was surprised that he actually addressed me as a lady. I was thinking he would address me as marine spirit, and what is the other thing? And Jezebel, because that is what his church members call me all the time. Marine spirit and Jezebel. And you know, those are words he uses. But he actually said a lady. I was surprised that Suleman used the word lady. He said some of these YouTubers have no husbands. How did he say it? He said, ask them where are their husbands. And I was thinking to myself, which of the YouTubers that I've never seen any of them tell anybody that they're looking for a husband. No. And another thing is, because people don't show their husbands, does not mean they don't have husbands. For example, a lot of people for a long time did not even know that Diola, because Diola is another one that makes videos about him, and very popular videos about him. And some people used to think Diola was single, and people asked her once in her Q&A, and she told them she's married. So Diola is not single. And I was thinking, Diola is not searching for a husband. I don't know of any of them that address pastors and all these issues. I don't know of any of them that's looking for a husband. But even if they were looking for a husband, what is the so-called man of God supposed to do? Is it to laugh at them? And because he was like, go and ask them. He said, go and ask them for their husbands. He said, some of these bloggers, all these YouTubers, bloggers, you know, go and ask them for their husbands. You know, and he said, you know, and he said something like, life has dealt with them. Something like they're frustrated and life has dealt with them. And I thought to myself, even if some of people, you know, nobody has said they're looking for a husband, but if they did say they were looking for a husband, what you should do is tell people to pray for them, not make fun of them. Let me tell you, Suleman, now that we can confirm, because some people don't believe when I tell them that Suleman watches videos, okay? Now that we can confirm that Suleman watches videos, let me address this video to him. Okay, let me address videos to him. Suleman, let me tell you, because sometimes I feel like some of them, you can't actually use the Bible anymore to talk to them. You can't use Bible to talk to them. You can't really address them in any other way. But let me address him with reality, okay? Let me address him with reality. And Suleman, what I want to tell you is this. You are going to die, and I'm going to die. That's a fact of life. I want to address you with facts, reality, right? You are gonna die, and I'm gonna die. Guess what? When I die, I won't be taking my YouTube channel with me. And when you die, you won't be taking your church members with you. You won't be taking your ushers with you, your choir people you want to send. You won't be taking any of these things. Private jets. You won't be taking it with you. We are all gonna die. None of us will be getting out of this earth alive. We're all gonna die. But like I said, you die, and when I die, we are going with nothing, absolutely nothing out of this earth. I'm not a Muslim, but let me tell you guys one of the things I like about Islam. You know, when they bury, the way they wrap the body, you know, is very humbling. That's one thing. I'm not saying I like to bury it like that, but I'm just saying it's very humbling. The way they wrap the body, you look at it and you realize how much of nothing that we are. We are just here, just, you know, wasting our time doing things that don't count. And that is why I get bothered about the people that are supposed to promote spiritual growth are busy promoting earthly wealth and financial growth. So Suleman, you will die, and I will die, okay? None of us will take any of the things we have with us, okay? And you made fun of people that are single. Do you know the only reason you're still married is because your wife chose to still be married to you? Even in spite of everything, in spite of all the sagas, she has been amazing because she stuck with you through thick and thin. And that's the only reason you're still a married man. The minute she decides that she's had enough, Suleman, you too will become single. That's the fact. Since it seems that a lot of people don't have fear, you know, fear for the word of God or love of God, you know, no, let's actually talk about reality. The day your wife tells you she's done, the day she tells you she's had enough, that day you too will become single. The only reason why you're still married is because your wife, thank God for that woman, she has stuck with you through so much that a lot of people will not stick by. And take care of that woman. Take care of that woman, because the day she tells you she's done, Suleman, that's the day you become a single man. If you don't believe me, ask Pastor Chris, okay? Pastor Chris has made a video and explained his wife decided she didn't want to be married to him anymore. Chris did not choose to be divorced. He didn't choose. His wife made the choice. And what can he do? He made a video and explained what can he do. He's pleaded with her and everything, but she wants to go. She wanted to end the marriage. Okay, so before you make fun of the single bloggers that have not told you that they are single, before you make fun of them, don't think it is by your power. It is not by your power. No, it's not. Okay, so that's the one area I wanted to address. Another area I wanted to address is this. You know, when you talk about life has dealt with people, these people, I don't know how some people think. You know, these people, some people call you a man of God. You claim to be a man of God, a pastor, you know, man of God, a pastor. And you laugh at people that life has dealt with. Do you know what some people have been through? Let me tell you, everybody can choose, you know, how they react to what life has thrown at, you know, how they can react at what life has thrown at them. They can't choose what life is going to throw to them. All they can choose is how to react to what life throws at them. And you making fun of it and saying things like, you making fun of them and saying things like, you know, life has dealt with them, you know, and laughing. You know, some of you that have not watched those videos, go and check them out. And laughing at these people, you know, you do not realize how ridiculous that was. You are supposed to be the pastor, and you laugh at people that life has dealt with. You are laughing at people. You know, what is the difference between you and the people that make comments all the time and laughing at your hairline? You have no control over your hairline. You don't have control over that. The same way people have no control over what life is going to throw at them, just like you have no control over your hairline. Okay, you can get that surgically fixed or whatever, but the truth is this: you have no control over that. And I see people leave comments in, you know, and they talk about, oh, look at his receding hairline, blah blah blah. And I find it unnecessary. I just find it unnecessary. That's childish talk. And then we hear people like you laugh at people and say life has dealt with them, and you're laughing. Are you their God? Are you their God? So people just look at you guys as gods. I don't see you guys as gods. I don't. And then in his video, he's like, what did he say? He said, I've told my people how did he say it? He said, you know, and he made, oh my, People need to be seeing these things. You need to be seeing these things. And ask yourself who you call a man of God. And he said, I've told my people, when I tell you to fight, you fight. And when I said stop, you stop. That's what he said. You know, the confidence. And he believes that when he tells them to fight, they will fight. They will do whatever he tells them. It's not what the Lord says. Whatever he tells them to do. Okay? And and then you think about these things, right? Think about these things and look at history and ask yourself, who has been able to do such a thing in history? What comes to your mind will be people like Hitler. He does not realize that threatening vloggers and bloggers is, that what he said about shutting down their channels is a threat. He does not seem to realize that it is a threat. And that is terrorism. He's terrorizing them. Because terrorism has to do with intimidation. He's trying to intimidate people. After that, then the next thing was his private jet. And I thought to myself, okay, maybe he did that. Maybe he did that before the private jet because he didn't want the bloggers to talk. Because that doesn't make sense. That happened, the threat happened, and then the private jet. He does not realize that is intimidation. That is intimidation. You are trying to take away people's freedom to speak. What is asking people? Asking them where are their husbands? Like, oh my goodness. Did Jesus get married? What part of his ministry has to do with questioning people about their husbands? About their husbands. Did Jesus get married? So are you going to ask Jesus for his wife or the apostles for their wives? So, but you're going to ask bloggers for their husbands. Imagine that. If you have never seen that video, go and look at that video. I wanted to address the video. I wanted to address this video and actually talk about every single thing he talked about in that video. Somebody can actually send it to YouTube, because if somebody, let me tell you, he does not know how YouTube works, right? If you report channel to YouTube will look into the channel and see if it violates their, what's the word? If it violates their guidelines, okay? And if whatever it is, even people that their channels get shut down, they email YouTube and YouTube explain to them. Some people get their channels back depending on what what they did wrong, depending on what they did wrong. But for his members to come and report YouTube channel, they have to tell a lie. And Suleman is not planning to do the lying. He's planning to send his people to go and do the lying. And like he said, whatever he tells them to do, they will do it. That's what he said. He said, if I tell them to fight, they would fight. He feels so powerful. That's why I started the video by saying this. When you die, your followers are not going with you, Suleman. They will not go with you. It's going to be you and God face to face with you. We all pray for long life. I'm not praying for anything to happen to you. But at the end of the day, we're all going to die someday. Some people are going to die tomorrow. Some people are going to die in 10 years time. Some people are going to die in 10 years time. 20. We don't know. We all pray. Please God, give us longer forever. But the fact is this. I've made videos where I explain. I'm a nurse, right? And I see people die. And I've seen, I see people die. Death has become something that I see. So I've seen death so much that I realize that I know how inevitable it is. Some people never see a dead person. They only see, when their family member died, or when a family member died, or and some people may never see a dead person, maybe up to like 5, whatever, how many times in their lifetime. You work in my kind of a job, seeing dead body you see dead bodies more often, and then you begin to realize that we're only here for a while. YouTube channel is not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Thank God for those of us that have other jobs, because according to him, he said that's their only source of livelihood. 1 minute he said he feels sorry for them because it's their only source of livelihood, and the next minute he said he's going to send only his choir to go and report their channel so their channel can be blocked. He feels so powerful. But the truth is this: you are powerless and I am powerless. I've asked the question, what can you do without your followers? What can Suleman actually do without all the money and all the followers? What can he do without them? If I didn't have my YouTube channel, nothing much changes in my life. Nothing much changes, right? Nothing really changes in my life. He didn't have all the church members, all the followers that follow him regardless of what he does. Where would he be? Think about it. Without his followers, without the followers and all these people, who are you? Without my YouTube channel, I still remain who I am. Without my YouTube channel, I'm still who I am. It's not the end of the world. When you die, you're not taking your followers with you. No, you're not taking anything with you. When I die, I'm not taking my YouTube channel with me. No, I'm not. We're not on earth for all of these. We're not here. We're not on earth for all of these things. We're not on earth for all of these things. And you're threatening people. Like I said, guys, I want some of you to actually check out that video he made where he said all the things he said. And he said he's ready for drama. Even his wife. Look at that woman. I don't know how... Even his wife would never... I've never seen the wife speak the way this man speaks. I've never seen his wife speak the way he speaks. He said he's ready. Well, he said we are ready because he never says himself. Because he knows he can't do anything by himself. He has to use his followers. He said we are ready for drama, he said. We are ready for drama. And you look at his wife. The wife does not talk that way. How can a man, not even forget about pastor or whatever, a man talking like a market woman, that you are ready for drama? You are ready for drama. Oh, wow. You are ready for drama. But I want some of you to watch that video, you know, before I even address it. It should be great for you to watch, so you guys know see more of Suleman, so you can see more of him. See him in this, see him full display. See him in full display. I'm going to come here and just quickly say this thing because, you know, oh my goodness, that Free said his friend with Suleman. There's nothing wrong with being friends. But like I said, I was surprised when he said they talk up to 6 times a week. Honestly, I was surprised. I was surprised. That's all. I was surprised. But I wanted to come and make this video and just to, you know, make it clear. You know, I just wanted to come here and just quickly make this video. I just want Suleman to know that you can destroy channels, but you can't destroy people's souls. Your own soul is not in your own hands, you know. And when he's making fun of people that life has frustrated, what did he say? Life has dealt with them. That's what he said. You know, when he said making fun of other people and say life, and he laughed. He laughed or giggled or whatever he did. He laughed and his life has dealt with them. And I'm thinking, look, what is this? You're laughing at other people. You don't know what tomorrow holds for you. I know what happens when people get a lot of money. They think because they are super rich, you know, they just feel like they never have any problems. Because they are super rich, they feel like, you know, they are on top of the world. It's a lie. It doesn't work that way. I made a video where I was telling that. So I was saying that some people live in Face Me and Face You, and they sleep like babies. While some people are stinkingly rich and they can't sleep at night. You know, Otobo said in her video that Suleman is a very restless man. She made a video and Otobo said it herself that Suleman is never at peace. How did she say it? She said something about Suleman being very restless and not. I can't remember how she said it. I'm going to put the video here for you guys to check it out.
No, he can't eat. He has like, I don't know. You know when the wicked runner, when no one pursued them, he just can't. He's worried. Like he's always worried. He can't eat.
So he has all the money, but he has no peace. And then he's making fun of people that life has dealt with. This is supposed to be a man of God. People have to, like, some people, a lot of people's eyes are opening. A lot of people's eyes are opening. But I just hope more and more eyes will keep opening. And I'm going to say this. There's nothing wrong with being friends with people. But because somebody is your friend doesn't mean you shouldn't tell them when they're doing something wrong. Free said they're friends. Hallelujah. There's nothing wrong with being friends. And with that, I'm just going to say thank you all for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.